Welcome to another episode of Blitz Bros with your hosts, Ryan Carr and Jordan Norman. Let's go, Blitz Nation.
Yo.
Where is the energy, my man?
You tell me where the energy went because...
Oh, man. We need like a therapy sesh.
Yes.
Just tell us everything. My week wasn't as bad as your week, so I think we need to get that off your chest.
Yeah, that was sorry for the low intro, but yeah, terrible week on a lot of levels. Let me just say. First off, if you watched, Mariners are not in the finale in the World Series, so that sucks. That was hard to process.
They still had a great season. Yeah.
Amazing season. Like, I didn't even expect us to win a single game against the Blue Jays, let alone had the chance to take it all and to get into the World Series. So it sucks because I didn't have the expectations to get into the World Series. I didn't have the expectations to win a single game in that series against the Blue Jays, but we had the lead twice, actually. We went 2-0 and then lost the next two games. Won the fifth game.
Yeah.
Took the lead again and then lost the next two games. So
that was rough. I know. That 2-0 lead and then losing it was rough.
Yeah. So it was playing with my heartstrings a little bit. So that was tough. That was a little tough. But yeah, good season overall. Good season. And
honestly,
go ahead.
I was going to say, honestly, it was a fight to see who was going to lose to the Dodgers anyway. So,
yeah,
I mean, it would have been cool to make it to the World Series, but yeah, MLB needs to change their cap spacing rules, and Dodgers are just
they're way
ridiculous.
too stacked.
It's not even fun, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing is like I processed that later. I was like, well, we would have gone to play the Dodgers, and that would have just made me more mad to lose to the Dodgers.
Yeah. You would have had a slightly different t-shirt. That's about it.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the hard thing about all of it is, and they remind you in these types of games all the time, that the Mariners are the only team in the entire MLB that have never made it to World Series. They have never played in a World Series game.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that.
At least according to the when I was watching, I knew we had never been, but I forgot that we were the only ones. And of course, they love to remind us. But I'm pretty dang sure if what I read on the TV was right, we are the only MLB team that has never made it to the World Series.
Yeah. Quick Google search confirms that. So that sucks.
Thanks, Google. But yeah, so yeah, they love to remind us, us Mariners fans. So it's just hard when you lose and you get reminded why you've sucked my entire existence. So
yeah,
but
we had it.
But
that happened to the Rangers back in 2011 or 2012, and if it trends the same for you guys, then in about 12 years you should win the World Series. So it's coming your way. Don't worry.
Will I even be alive by then?
Hopefully.
I almost jumped off a bridge last night, but just kidding.
Oh man,
I did, but didn't.
Hence the therapy sesh.
Yes.
So what else? Tell us what else happened.
Oh boy, you want to bring that up? Ah, man.
I kind of do, but
yeah,
I'll let you. I'll let you do it. Mostly because I thought this was gonna be me in your shoes right now, and I was very surprised. Very surprised it wasn't. So
I effing hate the Steelers.
I hate them too. If it makes you feel better, I hate them too.
Effing hate them. I hate Aaron Rodgers. I hate the Steelers. Why might you ask?
Well, bro, I was a Steelers fan that night, though. I tell you what.
The text that you were sending me, I just wanted to jump off a bridge again.
You sent me a thumbs down. That was it.
Yes, it was thumbs down. I'm like, great way to start my NFL week. Like, it was Thursday night.
Yep.
Steelers lost to the Bengals. The dang Bengals.
Which was a safe pick. That was a pretty safe pick.
It should have been. So my golden.
Let me add, you had only 2 picks wrong out of all the matchups last week, and that was one of them.
I picked the Steelers, and they were wrong, and I picked the Texans, which I knew the Seahawks were going to win that game. I was just going off of stats on a piece of paper saying that the Seahawks suck at home. I knew I should have picked Seahawks, but we'll get into that. But yeah, my my survivor pick, I am the first one to lose at our survivor pick game. So
what are we going to do about it, Ryan?
Oh, bro. I don't even know. I didn't want to show up today.
We will have an epic video next week. That's all I'm going to say.
Is that the timeline?
Yeah. Well, if you want, so the 3 options were either get pasted with all these different like sweet treats, honey, whipped cream, whatever, by your kids.
Yeah.
How about 2 minutes in an ice bath instead of 10? We'll do 2 because 2 minutes is going to feel like 10 minutes. I promise you.
It's been a minute since I've done an ice bath. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they suck. And then the last one was having your wife do your hair and makeup.
Hair and makeup.
Or maybe just makeup. Yeah.
Okay. How about this? We'll start easy. We'll do the ice bath for this first punishment.
That's the easy one, huh?
I'll take that out of any of those any day.
Okay. I'd rather do the food because at least I get to eat snacks.
Yeah, but then the cleanup. I don't want to do the cleanup. My wife's not going to clean that up.
I think we both agree the makeup is the worst, right?
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we ain't trying to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll do the ice bath. How about we'll round to 5 minutes. How about that?
I honestly, yeah.
I mean, you're the doctor. Is that even legal?
10 minutes is a long time.
Can I even legally do 5 minutes in a bathtub?
I was looking into this because I haven't done a lot of ice baths in my life. I've had to ice a foot. That was about it.
Yeah.
And they say if you're experienced, then you can shoot for 10 to 15 minutes. I say right off the bat, jumping in for 10 minutes is going to be rough. I think 5 minutes will be rough. If that's what you want to do, you can go for it. But I really do think 2 minutes is going to feel like a long time.
I deserve it. Blitz Nation needs to witness it.
How about 3?
Wow, you're being nice to me. Okay, 3.5 it is.
Well, I just know that I'm going to have to do it too pretty soon. Maybe next week. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, no, so what I was thinking is if I get to choose between the 3, then the next round, the loser has only the other 2 options. Like this, I pick the ice bath, that gets canceled out.
Okay.
And then so the next loser has only those 2 options to pick from. Is that fair?
Yeah, maybe.
I know we're just now talking about this, but
yeah, no. Let's do that. I think honestly the ice bath was going to be one of the worst ones for me. So
really,
I don't know if I'd pick that one anyway. Yeah.
Oh, okay, because that's the one that I was like, well, that seems the least. Like, it doesn't sound fun, but I'd rather do that than. I know my kids would love all this sticky, sugary mess, but yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, do ice bath, and then if we do two of us, then we'll have to come up with some new punishments.
That's true.
Eventually.
Dope.
That's okay. That's
cool.
Okay.
So next week, Blitz Nation, expect that video. We'll
witness. Only wearing a Speedo.
We'll have that here live for you. I do have a Speedo from my high school swimming. I don't even know if I still fit in it, but I don't know if you want to witness that. That might be a punishment for Blitz Nation when they lose their pick.
Yeah. We'll lose our 1 subscriber.
Yeah. My mom.
Yeah.
My mom does not want to see that. Which is funny. She told me back in high school swimming, she was the one that told me, Ryan, you are not allowed to wear a Speedo, because I went and asked her. It was like tradition senior year in swimming. If you haven't already converted over to wearing a Speedo on the swim team, your senior year was the year to do it. So I was like, oh, dope. I'm the captain. I got to represent. I'm going to wear a Speedo. So I went and asked my mom, hey, Mom, can I wear a Speedo this year? She's like, heck no. I was like, what? Mom? That's like what the cool kids do now. She's like,
Yeah,
no,
I'm sure.
you're not wearing a Speedo. So I swear on my life, I lost my actual swimsuit. They call them jammers. It's like almost
Uh-huh.
like up to
They're like
mid
tight,
leg.
right?
Yeah, they're up to like
Yeah.
your mid leg. They're called jammers. I actually lost those at the beginning of my senior season, and I was like, I gotta go get a new swimsuit. Season's about to start, so I went to Big Five Sporting Goods, and I was pulled up the Speedo, had my jammers, and I was like, yeah. So I secretly bought the Speedo, went back home, tried it on, everything was good. Went to my first swim meet, so I practiced in it. We had practice, everything was good, loved it, everything was good. My mom shows up to my first swim meet, the first game, and I realized, oh shoot, she still has no idea. Have I told you this story?
No, I haven't heard this.
Oh boy, sorry, this is a whole side tangent.
Right.
Walk out of the locker room, I tell all my buddies, and I peek out and I can see my mom clear across on the other side of the pool in the bleachers where all the parents are. I peek out and I see my mom and I tell all my buddies, oh shoot, guys. My mom's way over there. She's expecting me to come out of here in my jammers, and I'm not. So my group of buddies, they kind of push me out. I'm the first one out there, and my mom like freaks out. I see the whole, she's like a white as a ghost, and she like stands up in the middle of the crowd, points at me, gives me the finger to tell her to come here. She waves her finger.
What?
Like, we're about to start our swim meet. She waves her finger, tells me to come all the way over to her, and I'm like, oh shoot. So I do the whole walk of shame. The whole team's like, oh. So I'm walking all the way over to my mom, like my face is red, and she's like, why are you wearing a Speedo? And I was like, Mom, I lost my swimsuit. And she's like, I don't believe it. Go change it right now. And I was like, Mom, this is all I have. Do you want me to swim naked? She said, and she like didn't know what to say. She was like, I'm so mad right now. You better win your races. And I was like, okay. But yeah,
I'm sure it made you so much faster, right?
oh yeah, by like half a second. Not even like by like a quarter of a second. But anyways, so yes, I have a Speedo.
Yeah, dude. I'm excited. Yeah. Well,
I
you can
don't think
definitely
I'll
wear
it.
that. No. Remember that one thing I got you for Christmas
Oh boy.
a couple years ago?
The banana hammock.
Yeah, the banana hammock. You can wear that, dude.
Oh boy.
Do you even still have that, or did you lose it?
Oh, I still have it.
Have you worn it for Aspen yet?
But let's not talk about that. But good times. Good times.
Yeah, but yeah.
But all right. How about we get into some football?
No. I like where this is at.
Let's talk about your tricks up your sleeve that you have in the back of your closet.
Oh, next week. We're running out of time.
Okay, bet. All right, let's get into some football.
It's time for your weekly picks on the Blitz Bros.
All right, J-Man, why don't you kick us off and give us a quick recap of how we all did last week?
Dude, honestly, this was one of the better weeks that you and I have had.
Yeah.
And this is more akin to last season, or I guess 2 seasons ago when we did it, where you and I actually picked pretty well. Both of us only got 2 wrong. We all got swept by the Bengals. We all picked the Steelers and the Bengals won. And then you and I only had 2 different picks. You had picked the Cowboys. It's kind of funny. You picked the Cowboys to win, and I didn't. And then I picked the Seahawks to win, and you didn't. We were both wrong. So
why did we do that? Why?
We would have been more loyal. Yeah.
We can't even be loyal to our own teams.
I know. But it's like if
we would have almost had a perfect game, a perfect week.
Exactly. But it's like if our team wins, then we're happy, obviously. But if they lose, then there's at least a silver lining, you know?
Yeah.
So
hey, we do have a chance to a higher odds of having a perfect week this week because there are 6 teams out on a bye this week. So less games, higher odds of us having a perfect week. I've yet to still ever have a perfect week. So
that's why my fantasy is getting decimated because so many people are on buys right now.
Yeah. Yep.
Speaking of which, I'm now first in our league, by the way.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
I haven't even looked at the stats. I've been so nailed into my guillotine league, which you got to join it next year, bro. You're not in it. But it's like the lowest scoring team out of the whole league gets cut at the end of each week. So it doesn't matter who you're matching up against that week. The lowest scoring total gets cut that week, their entire team. So that was I got cut last week. So that was another add to my terrible week last week.
Yeah,
Terrible week.
rough.
So, but
otherwise, it was a pretty good week for football. I think we had a
Yep.
lot of really good games, and we can get into it as we talk about matchups. But how do you go up 31 points and then lose
no, bro,
in the fourth quarter of a game?
dude, leave it to the Steelers.
Or I was talking about the Giants, but
Oh,
the
that's what I
Steelers.
meant. Giants. Leave it to the Giants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. It was pretty embarrassing.
I was like, come on. Like, I love Jackson Dart. Like, he's grown on me. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Is it like a fantastic game by the Broncos and like they're legit now? Or I don't know. I don't know where you lean in that game. That was just such a weird game. But I don't fully give credit to the Broncos because they played like crap. Yeah, they turned on in the fourth quarter, but I don't know.
It shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah. It shouldn't have been left to the fourth quarter. They took advantage of a high and mighty Giants team who thought they had it in the bag, whereas they should have made it a game. There's a lot of really like mid teams this year. I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's no undefeated team anymore. There's almost like no true contenders except for maybe a few, but no one. Like you take the Lions, for example, right? They're probably one of the most dominant teams in the league, and they've still lost terrible games this season.
And the Bills.
So, yeah, same with the Bills. I mean, you could make a case for the Chiefs being probably the dominant. I would still say they're Super Bowl favorites, which makes me upset.
I'd say they are now. A couple weeks ago, I would have said no.
They've turned it on for sure. And, maybe still the Lions and maybe still some of these others are still in the talks. But like Bucks, they got it handed to them by the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of interesting. That's what it makes matchups really tricky overall. Even though I did think this week was a little bit more straightforward. We can talk about it as we get into it.
Yeah.
But a lot of buys, not as many games, which is sad.
Yeah. Tell us who's winning right now in the rankings of our weekly picks.
Well, it was Blitz. Blitz was doing really well this entire time, and then they got wrecked.
Yeah.
They got wrecked. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, we kind of like questioned Blitz, but they're like, okay, but they're doing better than us, so we can't really throw shade.
Right.
But
yeah.
This was the true week to kind of fix everything. So United did really well. They did terrible, and now looks like
we're all kind of evened out.
Are you and Blitz tied now, or is that how?
Yeah, we're tied. So yeah, that second number. So I got 13 picks right last week, and now I'm at 70 picks total correct.
Okay.
You're at 69, and Blitz Nation is also at 70. So me and Blitz are tied. Excuse me. Me and Blitz are tied at 70. You're at 69, so 1 point behind us. So we're pretty much all locked back up.
Yeah.
Which I didn't think was going to happen. Like, Blitz Nation took a fat lead at the beginning of the season, and I was like, well, that sucks. But we're all back together.
Well, we were both ahead. I had a pretty terrible week the week before.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Blitz had a pretty bad week.
So
we'll see. I've got to be a little different. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Looking back to week 5, we all had only 4 picks right. That was a terrible week.
That was that was one of the terrible weeks.
That was such a bad week. Okay. Let's get into week 8, why don't we?
Let's do it.
How about that? Fresh week. Start fresh.
Should be more straightforward, but
it's a good week.
Fingers crossed.
It's going to be a good week.
Yeah.
Tonight, what's our matchup? Who do we got?
All right, game 1, Thursday nights, we've got Vikings at Chargers, which could be an interesting game because both teams are kind of playing we've got Carson Wentz potentially starting. So JJ McCarthy is like still questionable, right? We were talking about this.
Yeah.
He may be playing, he may not be. It's really hard to say. And I think when he does play, the Vikings are better. I think it's pretty safe to say that.
Better than Carson Wentz? I need to see some more football before I say that. But yeah, Carson Wentz isn't playing great ball right now.
Yeah.
But I got to see more from. I think you're right on that, but I got to see more ball.
Yeah, it's just like whenever they plan an entire offense around a starting quarterback, then that quarterback gets injured. No matter who the backup is, it's
you're kind of screwed.
Hard to fill in those shoes. Yeah. # Ravens because they've seen it worse than anybody else.
Yeah.
But so Vikings at Chargers. So it's tricky because you don't know who's starting, and Chargers came out really strong at the start of the season, and then they just kind of been fizzling. They'll
They're-
have good games, put up some points, then find a way to lose.
Yeah.
And
Like last
usually,
week. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say usually that's a sign of bad coaching. Whenever you can't win close games, a lot of times in my mind that's more on the coaching, like for whatever reason, game management, clock management, whatever else. You got to find a way to win those close games, and Chargers historically have been really bad at winning those close games. So that's why this pick is one of the harder ones of the week. Actually, starting off Thursday night, it should be a good game. Before I say who I was going to say, were you going to say something?
No, I was just gonna say last week they played the Colts. They got destroyed actually by the Colts, 38-24. I would consider that destroyed when you let your defense let the other team score 38 points on you. So
Yeah. And Colts are a great team.
Colts are legit. I would say they're legit this year. They're legit.
Yeah.
They're hot. Chargers looked hot, like you said at the beginning of the season. Now they're just like, I don't know. They're a mid team. It could be the coaching. I might be in the minority when I say I think it's Justin Herbert.
No, I don't think you're the minority. I mean, coming out last week, he threw 2 interceptions before he threw a touchdown.
Yeah.
He was playing terribly, and then he came back quite a bit, but still not enough to win.
I might also
all that said,
because he's a Oregon Ducks product. I might just add that.
There you go. Yeah, maybe it's he's dating Madison Beer right now. Maybe it's because she's distracting him. That's happened in the past. # Tony Romo.
That's true. Yeah.
Anyways, all that to say, I think we're all. I'm going for the Chargers in this game.
Yeah. After all that, I think the Chargers have the upper leg on this. They should come out hotter. I don't know because
I think what I was trying to say. Coach. Yeah, I was trying to say is that the Chargers should be better than they are, right?
Yeah.
Like we had higher expectations. They came out really hot and they've kind of fizzled a little bit. And I think we still expect them to have those great moments and beat good teams. And I say the Vikings are average to slightly above average team. So I think it could be a really good game. I'm going to go for the Chargers here.
Yeah. No, we got a full house Chargers. Same with Blitz Nation. So
nice.
All right, next game. Next game, Sunday football. First time in a minute where we don't have an international game. So
yeah,
back to the normal schedule. Don't have to wake up hecka early to watch this game if you normally do. But yeah, we got Jets at Bengals to start us off. 2 very low level teams. Jets are, I think, the only 0-7 team right now.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
The only.
Because the Saints have won a game.
Yeah, that's true. So,
and Titans have won a game.
Terrible team with you would think an amazing head coach. So, what is it?
Yeah, I don't know why things aren't clicking for them. Honestly, I thought they'd win at least a few games by now. So this is actually pretty surprising.
They've had a couple close ones, but yeah, I thought Justin Fields wouldn't be like the long-term goal, but I thought he'd be at least a step up in the good direction to like, hey, let's get 5 to 6 wins this year,
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Yeah. I don't know. This is one of those games that no one really cares about, right? Like these are 2 of the most unwatchable teams right now. Except Bengals do have Joe Flacco, so it's a little bit more interesting there. And they did beat the Steelers last week, so
Bengals now have Joe Flacco, and the Jets, they benched Justin Fields halfway through the game last week, so I think Tyrod Taylor is expected to play this week.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
I think so.
Interesting.
I'm pretty
sure. Do you think it's going to change anything for the Jets?
No. No. I mean, this game, I think it's anybody's game. Jets, Bengals, they both are on the bottom of the totem pole. So if the Jets win, I'm not surprised. I also don't care too much. It doesn't affect much of the rest of the NFL. So I'm picking Bengals just because Joe Flacco came out hot.
Yeah.
Bengals seem like they're kind of clicking. So I'm going Bengals. So is Blitz Nation.
Yeah. Full house Bengals.
Sweet. Next pick. This one was a little rough for me. So
yeah.
Only because we got the Bears versus Ravens. Lamar Jackson is estimated. I don't want to say expected. Sorry, estimated to come back by this game. You read some news saying that he's most likely not gonna be.
Yeah, it was as of a few hours prior to this recording, which we're recording on Tuesday. So if you're watching this Thursday, we might have more news by now.
Mm-hmm.
But as of what I had just seen, it's still questionable, and they were leaning away from. So,
Yeah.
but that's not eliminating the fact that he still could play. But
Right.
he wasn't practicing Monday, so that's usually a bad sign.
Yeah. From my sources, from the week that he went out, his estimated return was this specific game, and I'm not there, so I don't know, but I think he's on track still. He might not have practiced Monday, but I think he's questionable now, so it's not for sure out. But I think he's estimated to come back. If he does, I've got Ravens winning. If he does not come back, it's a clear Bears for me.
Yeah, I think that's what makes this pick so hard. And it happens all the time where they make estimates. Like if someone has a high ankle sprain, they say, 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks come by and they're like, they're still not better. We
Yeah.
need more time. Stuff like that happens all the time. They just have to give a generic window based on statistics of when someone can recover. So it's going to be a toss up. I ended up going with Bears here because I was thinking from what I had just looked at that he might not play. And then I think it can be a pretty good Bears win, but they're coming off a bye. So even without Lamar, maybe they'll be a little bit more rested, more healthy. They'll be able to actually put up some points for once. Who knows?
Yeah.
But if Lamar plays, then I'm just going to take the L here probably, but it's kind of a toss up. So I'm going Bears, but it's kind of on a hope, I guess.
Yeah. Even with Lamar back, would you still stick with Bears?
No. If Lamar was back, I'd go with Ravens.
Okay. Don't forget to switch your pick.
I'll do it's locked in. It's locked in.
That's locked in. All right. Yeah. If Lamar's back, I'm staying with Ravens. If he's out, I'm gonna switch my pick, and I'm picking Bears. But
I didn't know we could do it. I thought we're like recording. Our pick is in. We can't change it. Are we doing? We can change it later. Because if he plays, I'll switch it. But
well, that's a hard thing because we're making our picks Tuesday. That's the hard thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think we should be. It's kind of like fantasy football. Like once a game starts, it's locked. But I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I was thinking like it's locked in. Like we're telling the people this is who we're picking.
That's fair.
But either way, I don't care honestly if we just want to decide one way or the other.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I made my picks thinking, if Lamar plays, I'm sticking with Lamar. But if he doesn't, I'll go and switch it to Bears.
Yeah, that is hard. We can change it week by week and see what's more fun.
Yeah,
but let's just play. We can switch it. We get some news one way or the other.
Yeah.
So as of right now, I'm going Bears. You're going Ravens. But
yeah,
we'll just see.
That's fair. And Blitz Nation, they've got Ravens. So
yeah. They can't switch. Haha, sorry.
yeah,
suckers.
sorry, Blitz. that's the sucky thing. Okay, next pick. I do want to add really quick. Bears, they're looking pretty hot. They're 4-2 right now, so good for the Bears.
Yeah,
I'm happy to see that. So
yeah, I mean, there's a chance with Lamar they still win, right?
Yeah,
they've been playing really well.
The Ravens were still losing with Lamar playing, so
It's true. It's true.
I feel like sometimes when like a team is expected like to go to the Super Bowl that year, but then they just start off so cold, they're losing, and then the quarterback just happened to get hurt. I feel like that happens so many times. We're like, let's pull the quarterback out for like 3 to 4 weeks because they just happen to be a little hurt, and now it's okay to be losing because I don't know.
I hope not.
I get that vibe.
I hope not. Yeah,
but
we'll see.
Anyways, next game we got the Dolphins versus Falcons. Dolphins are 1-6. Falcons are 3-3. Mid team versus sucky team. Home for the Falcons. I went Falcons.
I think this is a no-brainer. Falcons.
Should
I
be
don't think we need to talk much more about it. Dolphins are playing terrible. I
terrible.
think yeah, there's gonna be a lot of changes this offseason for the Dolphins.
I honestly thought because the Dolphins got torn up last week by the Browns.
Which we all picked.
We all
Did we
picked
pick
Dolphins. We all picked Dolphins. Wait. Oh my gosh, that is incorrect.
Oh, that's an error. Yeah,
That's
we
an
all
error.
got that wrong.
That's an error on me. I'm glad we looked at that. So yeah, we got 3 picks wrong last week.
Okay.
So I'll have to go back and edit that. Wow. So yeah, we're human. But yeah, Browns tore up the Dolphins 31-6. I looked over because we were watching that. I was watching that with my wife, and I looked over at her and I was like, "Yeah, see that head coach right there? He's about to get fired at the end of this game."
Yeah.
Straight up, I'm like, so I'm
Poor dude.
surprised Mike McDaniels is still with the Dolphins. It's,
Yeah, I agree. I think he'll go back to an offensive coordinator job somewhere and probably be pretty good.
yeah. But do you think he lasts much longer? Like this week, couple more weeks? I'm surprised he's still in the league.
I hate it. I honestly hate it when they fire coaches mid-season. I think it's just bad for morale. Unless there's something crazy malignant going on in those locker rooms that you have to get him out. I don't know. I say, it's not, if you fire him right now, you're not going to start winning games. I'm sorry. It's you're not going to just start winning them all of a sudden. So just finish it out. Dig the, lay in the, what is the saying? Dig the grave you lay in, lay in your grave you dig, whatever. Like you kept him on for another season on purpose. So now see the fruits of what came from it. I mean, we all kind of knew that he wasn't going to probably win them a Super Bowl this year.
My only pushback, and I'm sorry to even that we're wasting time talking about this, but my only pushback on that is because Aspen, my wife, she asked the same thing when last week who was the first coach, the Titans head coach got fired, and I told her, oh, this guy just got fired, and she's like, what, in the middle of the season? So yeah, I kind of told her, and I kind of throw this out to you, like, if you're sucking, you're losing, like the Dolphins, they're 1-6. If you fire the coach mid-season, bring in a new coach, it kind of gives the new coach at least half of a season to get a feel of the team. Yeah, you're still losing, but like you get a vibe of the team, the players, the atmosphere. Probably your first time being a head coach. So you're kind of getting all of that out in the rest of the season, in a losing season. Like you get out all those mistakes so that you can get a full off season and come in hot next season, rather than you get the new job midway through off season and you're like, oh, I hope we're good in this next season.
I see what you're saying, but that rarely actually works out that way because they always have to select an interim head coach who's a part of the organization or who's not a part of any organization when they really want to hire the defensive coordinator from the Lions. That's who they want, but they can't do that in the middle of the season, or they want to hire the defensive coordinator from the 49ers, So
that's
true. I see what you're saying, but very rarely have they ever kept the interim head coach as the head coach after that season,
That is fair.
So
I about that.
I do think it's okay whenever like that, like I said, the locker room is malignant. The players have lost all respect for that head coach. There's nothing good is staying by just keeping him on. But I think if you have like a terrible front office who just gets upset, oh, we're not winning games, let's just fire a head coach. Like I think that's kind of more disrespectful and worse for your team than just keeping him on for the rest of the season. So
yeah, no, that's true. I didn't really think about that perspective. That's fair.
Yeah, but either way, he's not going to be the head coach for much longer.
No. All right. Yeah, so we got a full house Falcons. Next matchup. All right, bro, who we got?
Bro, we shouldn't even talk about this. Bills at Panthers. Everybody's going for Panthers, obviously.
Bro, I just want to say Bills and Panthers, they're both they both won 4 games. Bills are 4-2, Panthers are 4-3, just because of the bye week. So
yeah, I need to spend a little bit more time watching the Panthers this year. They beat the Cowboys, and I watched that game. But they're kind of a team that you kind of forget about. Don't spend a lot of time focusing on. I need to see, is Bryce Young actually playing well all of a sudden? Is it other factors?
I don't know. The only thing is Bryce Young is doubtful. He got hurt, I think, in the fourth quarter.
Oh.
He got hurt in the fourth quarter. I forgot to add this to the notes. But he got hurt in the fourth quarter last week playing. It's his
High ankle sprain.
ankle.
Oh man.
Yep.
High
So
ankle.
he's
Yeah, that's worse. Yeah.
doubtful. Like, he's not questionable. He's doubtful, which is most likely he won't be playing this week. I
Yeah.
can't even remember who. Oh, it's Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton's a backup, which isn't a bad backup.
He's old though, man.
He's
There's a
old,
lot of these old.
but he's not terrible. He's old.
No. Yeah.
But
We had him on the Cowboys for a little bit, and he actually played really well
yeah,
for us.
I
as the
remember
backup.
that. So
Yeah.
it's like the Bills went into the bye week very cold. They came off of a terrible loss. I think they needed that bye week at that time. So hopefully they took advantage of that, and now the Bills can start off hot against a Panthers with a backup quarterback. So we'll see. It's a Sunday morning game, so no one's really going to be watching it, but it's not prime time is what I'm saying. But yeah, I got Bills. Blitz Nation as Bills.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, full house Bills. All right, bro. Next matchup.
Next matchup, we got 49ers at Texans. And 49ers just keep finding ways to win games.
Yeah, dude, I'm so surprised. I am blown away that the 49ers are what, 5-2. Jeez. With Mac Jones, not even Brock Purdy, without starting wide receivers, except Juwan Jennings has been in and out. Their starting wide receiver, but like without George Kittle was back this last week, but was like didn't do much as far as like didn't score very much, didn't play really much. But
which happens,
yeah,
after an injury.
He was just mostly blocking in there. But yeah, so we got 49ers versus Texans. Texans did not play too hot against the Seahawks last week. They're 2-4. I think they're going to stay losing for a while, especially against this hot 49ers team. So
with Brock Purdy also potentially playing now, it's still not official, but it sounds like he might be playing too.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Brock Purdy is most likely going to be back. He's estimated to be back this week. So does that even elevate the 49ers to the next level? Because that's the way the 49ers
have so many
are playing
injuries
now.
though,
Yeah. But like if Brock Purdy really elevates the team even more, like they're going to be a nasty team. So
yeah,
if their hurt people can slowly start coming back, they're only going to be better. But yeah, I've got 49ers winning this game pretty easily.
Dude, don't you have something else to say about this game?
Oh, my bad. Frick. Yeah, they are my survivor pick for this week. I almost forgot. So, yeah, they're my guaranteed win for this week. I'm picking the 49ers. Please don't do me dirty. Don't mess me up again.
That's right. You're starting over. You got 3 losses again.
We're starting over. So that's the thing. That was my question. Are we starting fresh now? Back to 0, both of us?
Right? I figured because it's only going to get harder, right, as the season goes on.
So yeah. So I'll hit my punishment this week. I'll do the ice bath. You might have to remind me. Text me and remind me to do it. But yeah, we're starting fresh. We're both at 0. Same with Blitz Nation. We're all at 0. But that was my next question. So do we want this next punishment to come after 2 incorrect or keep it at 3? Because you make a good point. Like it's only going to get harder. So
that's too much thinking. Let's keep it 3, and then we can change it up next season if it's not exciting.
I like that. So we'll keep it at 3. We're back up fresh 0. Yeah, this is my survivor pick.
Cool.
Sweet. Next pick. Dope. Next pick, we got the Giants versus Eagles, and this was actually a tough pick for me.
Yeah. No, it should be because they just played, 2 weeks ago? This is such a quick turnaround for rivalry matchups, and the Giants won.
It was a Thursday night game 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yep. Week 6. Yeah, I remember seeing it on the schedule. It's like, they play so quickly back to back.
That was Jackson Dart. Yeah, he tore up the Eagles 34-17. That was just 2 weeks ago.
And the Eagles have struggled a little bit.
It was a
since.
primetime game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because last week the Eagles played the Vikings and won 28-22
Which is
against
close.
Carson Wentz. So
yeah, no, this was a hard one, and you can't even say because the Giants still played really well last week, even though they ended up choking in the end. It wasn't necessarily the offense's fault that they lost; it was more their defense, right? So yeah, this was tricky, but it is in Philly this time,
which is a hard place to play.
It's very hard, yeah.
Can the Giants do it again?
I want the Giants to win. I hate the Eagles.
Same. Yeah, but in my opinion, in my professional expertise, I've got the Eagles winning this game, but I would love an upset.
I'm with you. I picked Eagles as well, but
yeah, we got a full house of Eagles.
Cool.
It's dope. Next pick. We've got the Browns and Patriots, bro. Tell me.
Bro, nobody cares about this game. Patriots are still Satan's team, and then the Browns just suck. So, just kidding. Patriots are actually playing pretty well.
Patriots are hot.
Browns coming off a hot win to a terrible team doesn't mean anything to me. It's a home game for Patriots. They're playing really well. I think this is a comfortable Patriots win.
Patriots are leading the division, but that's only because Bills had a bye week and because Patriots beat the Bills. But yeah, Patriots are 5-2. Browns are 2-5. Home for the Patriots. I think this is an easy game for Patriots.
Yeah, dude. Drake May is playing so well, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think they're slowing down anytime soon.
I'm with you.
Yeah, we got a full house Patriots.
Nice.
Okay, bro. Let me hear this.
All right. Next game we got Bucks against Saints, and I am hanging on by a thread here. So I chose Bucks as my survivor pick. I think they should easily win this game. Even though they lost to the Lions, in Detroit, and they did play terrible. They played absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be a repeat, and I definitely don't think it's going to be a repeat against the Saints. I think this is going to be an easy Bucks win.
Well, yeah, because Saints they're 1-6. They're
yeah. Their one win was a fluke.
And it was against the Cardinals, right?
Was that the Cardinals?
I think it was the Cardinals game. The game that the Cardinals literally handed them the game. Right?
No, that was the Titans. They lost. They beat the Giants in Week 5.
Oh.
Which is so random, but maybe, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm going Bucks. Even though Mike Evans did get hurt, he was on pace. He's gone 11 seasons breaking 1,000 receiving yards, which is tied for most of all time, I believe.
Mike Evans?
Yeah.
I think he's out for this game.
Oh, he broke his clavicle. He's out for probably the season.
I'm glad we're on the same page. I thought you were saying that like he was coming back.
No, like he could have had a chance to break the record to have the most consecutive years with 1,000 receiving yards, but he won't do it this year because he's probably out for most. There's a chance he could come back, but
it's a bummer.
We'll see. Yeah, but that being said, I think Bucks are still going to win.
Where's your clavicle?
Collarbone.
Oh, why don't they just call it that?
Because it doesn't sound professional. I call it clavicle.
No, everyone knows what a collarbone is. No one knows what a clavicle is.
What do you call your? You know what your scapula is?
No.
It's your shoulder blade.
I was gonna say, is it my scalp? What'd you call it?
Your scapula.
No, my shoulder blade.
Scapula.
No, normal people call it a friggin' shoulder blade.
Dude, this is what I do all day, every day. I dictate. I sit here with like a little remote like this, and I just look at X-rays, scroll with my mouse, and say fracture clavicle, distal, transverse, proximal, fracture clavicle, stuff like that.
Oh man, you easily remind me how nerdy doctors are.
Yeah, but it's worth it, man.
I'm just kidding. No, that's awesome. But no, I'm glad. Thanks for teaching us a little news, little notes from the doctor.
Yeah, it's always good. Anyways,
Yeah, so
we got Full House Bucks.
Full House Bucks.
Nice.
Next pick. All right, broski. We got the Titans versus Colts. Really don't have much to add on this other than the Colts are very hot. I think they're very legit. Definitely a playoff team that I am excited to see in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But don't want to talk too early about the playoffs, but they will have their seat at the table. Going against right now, Titans that are 1-6. Yeah. New head coach. Yeah. Colts for sure.
Yeah. And then we also wanted to mention that Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
Who we both love.
Yeah.
He was in Seattle his entire career until now, and he was one of my favorite receivers of all time as well.
Bro, I love hearing that.
Yeah,
Such a
he
cool
is.
guy.
I agree. He's a very outstanding person on and off the field. But he wants out of the Titans for good reasons. You know, his career's coming down to an end. I don't think he wants to be on a losing team for the rest of his career.
Well, yeah, it's
And
like you're like you said, phenomenal guy, phenomenal quarterback that is aging, but that doesn't mean he's like terrible. He's still usable, and they're just not using him. And so I get that. He's not like a drama player either. He's like a saint.
No.
So it means a lot coming from Tyler Lockett when he wants out of Tennessee.
Yeah. So I think there's some high caliber team that could pick him up as like an additional option. I think that could benefit pretty much all parties. I don't know what the Titans get out of it. Maybe they just didn't want a disgruntled player on their roster, but him being there and him not being there doesn't change much with the Titans. They still suck. So
I could easily see him going to the Commanders with how weak they are at wide receivers. Like a lot of their starting Debo, McLaurin, their star 3 wide receivers are out, and they're out for a little bit. I don't think he'll do much of game changing there, but I don't think you want to bring him in as your number 1.
No. I see him trying to go with one of these top teams like the Lions or the Chiefs or
kind of be like a Hollywood
Broncos,
Brown
Colts,
or like a Hopkins type of player.
Yeah, like a lot of these play, like he could be a second or third string even, but play for a really good team. And then when he is on, that way, that team can rely on him still. He doesn't have a lot of years left in the tank because he is kind of old now. So let him get it out with a really good team.
I'd love to see him go to the Bills. A year or two ago, I would have say, take him to the Chiefs, but I think the Chiefs right now, they have their core of misfits. So I don't think the Chiefs would consider him just because they have so many decent options like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bills, Lions.
I would be happy with either of those, Bills or Lions. I don't want him to go to the Chiefs.
No, yeah.
But
you think
anyways,
no, Eagles probably not. Eagles don't use.
No, they have a great receiving core.
Yeah, that they don't use enough. They did last week, but
they did. Yeah, he threw over 300 yards last week. But
yeah. Anyways, yeah, we got a Full House Colts.
Cool.
Oh, I almost forgot to. Colts is, Blitz Nation's survivor pick. Sorry, I forgot to push the button. But that is Blitz Nation's survivor pick, the Colts. So
that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good one. That's a good one to use it on too. That's easy. That's cheating against the Titans.
But they can't use it again. It's okay.
That's fair. Okay, this matchup though, there are some mixed picks in the bag here. What do we got, dude?
So we got Cowboys at Broncos, and to me, this was a pretty clear pick. Cowboys are very wishy-washy. I'd say they are below average, whereas I would say Broncos are above average, and this is at Broncos. You think Broncos are below average?
They're hit and miss. Just seeing the way that they came out so off last week against the Giants, and literally came down to a field goal that the Giants should have won that game, but they missed.
Yeah.
They missed an extra point, and they missed was it 2 extra points or was it the field goal at the very end?
I don't remember either.
trying to remember.
All I know is the Cowboys lost to the Panthers.
Yeah, but that was a fluke game.
I think both these teams have fluke games, but Cowboys have a terrible defense. Although they played a little bit better last week.
I don't know, not Brock. Bo Nix, he's kind of like off for me right now. He makes me a little nervous. I was all in on Bo Nix the beginning of the season, but now I don't know.
I do think Dak Prescott should be more in talks with these MVP
I
conversations.
I'm
I
on
looked up
Dak all the way.
I looked at this was I think over a week ago. I was looking up statistics on who would be most likely to win MVP, and he wasn't even top 3.
Really?
Yeah, it was like Patrick Mahomes,
Oh man.
Baker Mayfield was one of them. I can't remember the third one. I don't know if he was 4, but he had like a low chance at the time, and I was just like, "Where is this coming from?" The dude's playing like amazing. I guess the only issue is the team overall is not, the record doesn't reflect an MVP caliber type team. But
I guess you kind of have to like be a good team to also have an MVP type of quarterback. But I think he's putting up numbers on paper.
Yeah,
to be an MVP.
Yeah. I don't think he's stat padding either. I think he's legitimately playing really well. The problem is the defense doesn't win, doesn't keep the other team from scoring.
No, for sure.
So
are you telling me you win Broncos?
I went Broncos here. I didn't really think too much about it. I mean, I did go against my Cowboys last week, but I think the Broncos are better than the Commanders, and this is away.
Cowboys are playing pretty hot. Broncos are not playing hot. I'm not using that fourth quarter comeback win as a sense of being hot. I think it was actually a poor game on their part. Yeah, they came back, scored 33 points or whatever it was, but like, I don't know. I'm not a believer right now. Too hard on the Broncos. I'm going Cowboys, and I'm lone wolf on this pick. Blitz Nation win Broncos. So
okay, no, that's good. We got some. We switched it up a little bit.
Yeah,
you and I both have a lone wolf pick.
Who's yours?
Well, for now.
Bears.
Well, right now I have Bears, but we said that we could change later depending on healthiness of players. But...
yeah, before the game starts, you can't change after.
Why not?
just putting that out there, so everyone.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah, I got Cowboys. So, dude, it'll be a good game. All right, next pick.
All right.
Next pick, Sunday Night Football. We got Packers versus Steelers. Aaron Rodgers coming back to face his old Packers revenge game.
Yeah.
I hate the Steelers.
I'm with you, dude. I've always hated the Steelers.
But I especially hate them now. So, after last week.
Plus, Packers are coming off a bye, correct, right?
No, last week I think it was just Ravens and the Bills. Let me double check.
No, wait, what?
Last week was Raven and Bills on a bye.
Who did the Packers play?
But Packers.
Oh, they played the Cardinals. Oh yeah, they beat the Cardinals. Okay, never mind. Excuse me. I still think, even though the Steelers have a really good record overall.
This was a tough matchup for me too.
Yeah, I thought the Packers coming out week 1, I thought Packers were going to be one of the teams to beat. I thought they were going to be so freaking hot.
Everybody said that.
But
as of now, that was the Lions' only loss, I'm pretty sure.
I thought they had a second one. No, they lost to the Chiefs?
Yeah,
I think.
Right. Yeah, they lost to the Chiefs. My bad. I'm done. Don't listen to me.
No, all good. But so Packers not as hot as we thought they were. Steelers a little bit more hot than we expected. It is a home game for the Steelers. It is the revenge game. I think this game means more to Aaron Rodgers than it does to the Packers. Packers are done. They don't care, whatever. Aaron Rodgers still has that grudge because he hates everyone that he meets.
Yeah. So
I'm going Packers.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is going to come in hot on this game. He's going to try to throw touchdowns all over.
No. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you. He's going to come out hot, and he's going to make, or one of his receivers is going to make one mistake, and then he's just going to cuss him out in the middle of the game. All morale is going to go out the window, and then he's going to get more mad, start making more mistakes, and they're just going to go down the barrel, and then he's going to go smoke some weed afterwards.
Yeah. So the hard thing about this matchup too is they're both, I'm just going to round it up and say they're both 4-2. Packers are 4-1
with the bye.
and 1
Yeah.
because of a tie, which ties are stupid.
I agree.
But I'm going to round up and say they're both 4-2, or you could say Packers are 5-1. I don't care. Either way, I'm going to round in the middle and say they're both 4-2. So yeah, according to ESPN has Packers winning this game at 54%. So
Oh wow,
pretty close.
so it could be a good game at least, you know.
It will be.
I think a close going game.
This will be a good, entertaining Sunday night matchup for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of drama for sure. But so I'm excited. But yeah, I've got Packers. You've got Packers. Blitz Nation though has Steelers. So
see, we all have a lone wolf pick. Look at that.
We all have a lone wolf pick in this week, and this is the lone wolf pick for the Blitz Nation.
All right.
It's crazy. It's gonna be a good matchup. All right.
I hope so.
Final pick coming up. All right, bro. Shut us down. Who we got?
Last game, we got Commanders at Chiefs. And let me just say, first off, I'm glad we only have one Monday night game. I didn't love the two games personally. I didn't get a chance to watch much of the first game. And then the second game didn't start till 9:00 p.m.
10 o'clock for me, bro. And it's my time.
Was it 10?
It was my team.
Yeah, so it ends at
10
like
o'clock on my time.
It ends at like 1:00 in the morning at the earliest for you.
I watched the first quarter and I saw we were doing really well. So I was like, all right, peace out.
Yeah, I know. So one game is great. So I guess that'll start 8 o'clock your time, 7 o'clock my time, or 7:15.
Yeah,
whatever.
usually. Yeah, 8:15.
Yeah.
So
this is much better. Let's just sit down, watch one game. Commanders at Chiefs. I think this is going to be a steamroll Chiefs. Jaden Daniels is questionable right now.
Yeah,
I think what
he's
I had seen
questionable.
recently is that he's still struggling with a hammy. Another source he said he has some rib injury. I don't know how legit that is.
Yeah.
But it sounds like he's still up in the air. Regardless, even if he plays, I think the Chiefs comfortably win this game.
Yeah, I think they're hot. They're going to be unstoppable the rest of the season. They might win the rest of their games the entire season, but
yeah, I'm so sick of that.
they're Super Bowl bound now. I think
they're the clear favorites. Yeah,
they found their juice.
Rashee Rice is back.
Is back, and they definitely used him. He was supposed to win. He was supposed to score 2 touchdowns, but he got one called back. So he's back. Yeah. Chiefs are back. This is going to be a dirty game. With or without Daniels, but
To all you that picked up Rashee Rice on draft for fantasy, on draft, you guys are geniuses.
You're about to go off. I wanted to in every league, but I was like, I want to start hot. Starting out hot is so important in fantasy. And if you have your star wide receiver benched for 6 straight weeks, in this case, 6.
Yeah.
It's hard. But you're going to reap the benefits the whole rest of the season now.
See, I drafted him in our league, but I got him in like 6th round.
And that's the ideal spot to get him.
No one else was going for him. So I was like, I'll just pick him up. And then I think I'll start him this week, honestly. He's playing really well.
Oh, yeah. I would start him the rest of the season. You should be good.
Yeah.
Just don't win the fantasy league or I quit.
I'm winning so far.
All right, bro. All right. Close us down.
It's been fun.
It has. Guys.
No, dude, we have a great week. I'm so excited. A lot of good matchups. I really hope that the 49ers lose this week. I'm a big Texans fan this week. It's going to make me real happy. Otherwise, let's go Bucks. I'm currently your biggest fan right now. I really don't want to get an ice bath or get my makeup all done. What else? I hope you have a better week this week, Ryan. I don't need you to have more tears.
My tears are all dried up after this last week from losing the Mariners, losing my survivor pick, and getting cut from my fantasy league. So what could be worse?
I'm sure there are worse things, but it's
not happening this week. This is going to be a good week, guys. This is a good week. I feel it. We're all of us are going to have all of our picks right this week, even though that's impossible. We're all going to have our picks right this week. So it's going to be good.
I'm excited.
All right, guys. Peace and love, you guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for being a true homie and making it this far. We seriously love you guys.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Blitz Bros. Let's go, Blitz Nation. We'll see you next time.
Peace.